Hello, Margaret Owens.
Hello, Kevin Bailey.
Come alive! Woo! Good morning, everybody. David and Nada are in the house. That's great. Hannah and Vivian are in the house. All of you are in the house.
Margaret Owens is on the stage.
And Margaret Owens is back. She called to see if I wanted to have brunch, and I said, no, you're singing. So thank you for being with us today. So anybody here for the first time today, brand new to the center? Okay, then I invite you all to stand, and let's remember who we are. Tiffany, that was everybody stand. There you go, okay. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. All right, say good morning to one another.
Reverend Jay Willick snuck in over on the corner.
Oh my God. Dr. Jay Willick.
Dr. Jay Willick.
Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Okay, so good morning, everybody. I always love the people that are sneaking in right during the song, like Reverend Dr. Jay Willick. How nice for you to join us today. It's like a NoHo day here today. So how is everybody? How's everybody enjoying their summer? Doesn't it feel like summer just crept in and now it's halfway over? It's just, it was Christmas a minute ago, right? Is it just that time's moving faster? I don't know what it is, but it really does. It's like Kevin was mentioning, he's like, we're leaving for Europe soon. I was like, what? It's summer just started. We had the most gorgeous, beautiful soul immersion on Friday night. It was, oh my God. It was so, it started at 7 o'clock and all of a sudden it was like 8 o'clock. I was like, where did that all just go? It was so beautiful. For those of you who have not been to a soul immersion, I'm just going to say this, you are really missing out. It is it's an hour of pure bliss. all the mats are on the floors with pillows and blankets, and Judd is up here. I don't know what he does, but he's got these instruments and things that he's doing that are just, he takes me back to like a time in ancient Rome. Can you tell I'm about to go to Italy? But it does. It just feels very old world. Whatever you're playing, whatever those machines are, you do. And then Scott is over here with all of his string instruments, and I'm in the middle with all these bowls and these sounds. You're missing out if you're not coming. But you really need to come and experience this. It's really what we're doing at this center, which is really inviting the experiential and the vibration of what this beautiful teaching is all about, to infuse you, to be alive in it. So I just wanted to say that since I see you sitting right there. So, okay, good morning. Everybody take a deep breath. Margaret, where are you? Come on up. I'm so grateful that you're here today. Margaret wrote this song, and we do it all the time here, even when you're not here. But when she is here, I always ask her to do it. We have very powerful minds, and what we suggest to ourselves gives the universe a prompt and brings forth whatever it is we are suggesting. We are very suggestible. So this song is asking us and suggesting to ourselves, I'm ready to go deeper. I'm ready to go deeper in this teaching. I'm ready to go deeper in my humanity. I'm ready to go deeper in my spirituality. I'm ready to go deeper in bringing those two things together. I'm ready to go deeper in my acceptance of who I am, even in moments when I maybe don't like myself. Anybody have that happen? Yeah. So I invite you to give yourself a prompt here, that you're willing to go deeper, to take a deep breath, close your eyes, and just listen. Yeah, go ahead. I'll go.
I want to go deeper, deeper into love. I want to go deeper, deeper into love. The heart that you gave me guides me toward the divine as I go deeper, deeper into love.
Imagine your body falling away. Imagine yourself just allowing all of you to just drop as it falls deeper and deeper and deeper into this beautiful field of pure love. Not a love that you're seeking, but a love that you are, an energy, a vibration. Just imagine all falling away, and all that's left is love. Love only.
I want to go deeper, deeper into truth. I want to go deeper, deeper into truth. The heart that you gave me guides me toward the divine as I go deeper, deeper into truth.
And as I float here in this perfect field of love, truth is at the heart and soul of all of life. When I know the truth of who I am, what I am, I can indeed forgive everything. For there's nothing to forgive. There is just that which I know is truth, is love. And so my heart opens, it expands. I release whatever I need to let go of. And I allow and I am open to this infusion of light and love. Breathing that in and then just letting it go.
I want to go deeper, deeper into service. I want to go deeper, deeper into service. The heart that you gave me guides me toward the divine as I go deeper, deeper into service.
Service. What does that mean? To be of service. It means to remember who I am. To remember that I am you. That you are me. That we are connected at the deepest level. That each one of us is that place where all of life brings itself to a fullness, a beauty, and a magnificence. And so when I remember who I am of service to this field of infinite vibration, remembering that we are one people doing one thing, and that is living life to the fullest, as the fullest itself. Remembering who I am.
I want to go deeper, deeper into love. I want to go deeper, deeper into love. The heart that you gave me guides me toward the divine as I go deeper, deeper into love. I wanna go deeper, deeper into love. Let me go deeper, deeper into love.
Take a deep breath and let it go. And let's say thank you to Margaret Owens. I love when you always, I love your prompt to like sit down. It's just great, just beautiful. How do y'all feel? Good? Me too. So let's bring up Mr. Stan Galperson. So Stan, what's our theme this month?
Fun.
And there it is. And there it is. And there you are.
Here I am.
Look at that. Can't you just see yourself there? No? When's the last time you went on a teeter-totter like that?
Yeah.
Actually, you do. Tell them.
Well, I want to talk about that.
Riding your real horse?
So, what I do for fun today goes back to really a horribly traumatic experience I had when I was a little kid. I was about 8 years old, and we were learning to ride horses at a summer camp out here off of Canaan. And we were going out on a ride one day, and the horse I was on got spooked, and he started bucking. And the next thing you know, he took off with me at a full gallop. And I'm like, 30, 40 pounds, and I'm hanging on, and I couldn't control the horse. And he ran up this hill, and he got to the top, and people came around and tried to, contain him, and he did the opposite, and he reared up like the beginning of the Lone Ranger, like this, and I'm freaking out, and they got me off, and I was so freaked out by it, I never rode again for the rest of my life. But I always wanted to. I always wanted to desperately. I love horses, I really do. And around last Christmas, I figured, if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. It's time to just lean into that fear and do it anyway. So the title of my talk today is
Fun.
Get Back on the Horse.
That is great.
But what I really want to talk about is riding horses is really a very spiritual practice. It's all about consciousness. Anybody who's ever done this knows this. When I approach a horse, they reflect back to you whatever it is you are putting out. Okay, they're the most sensitive beings you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So when I approach a horse, it's with an open heart. It's just projecting love and kindness and calm. And they respond. The next thing you know, they're nuzzling my chest and I'm stroking their neck and we're making friends. And when you're riding, it's all about just being present. It's about taking a deep breath and relaxing, which is really counterintuitive because you're talking about a 1,200-pound animal that could like kill you. But it's all about just being centered, minding your balance. You guide them with your legs. Whatever you're feeling, they're feeling. If you get jittery and scared, they're going to get jittery and scared. So you just want to be calm and present. And you get going. And when I first started out, it's like they would start to get going and I'd grip. Well, that tells the horse go faster. And it's not what you want necessarily. So it's just taking a deep breath, balancing, being conscious of your body, sitting up erect, but relaxing. And you get going and you don't steer them with the reins. You know, people always think you kick them and that's not it at all. You guide them with your body. You press with your left and you point right and you turn and the horse just knows to go that direction and you get going a little faster and you get into a rhythm. Last Thursday I cantered for the first time, okay? I do this twice a week now.
What is cantering?
It's there's...
Is that the little hop thing?
No, that's trotting. So
okay.
You're walking, then you're jogging, then you're trotting, and now the cantering is but-it-up.
Great.
Yeah. So I don't got it down right. It's going to take some time, but it's all a process. It's a wonderful process.
And what's the name of your horse?
Oh, this is Dee Dee. And Dee Dee is a 12-year-old paint who I will be leasing next month so I can go when I want on the weekends and practice what I'm learning. And we get along really, really well. It's again been a process, but she's a magnificent sentient being. I mean, I just love her. And I bought a saddle, and this is a commitment, okay?
Yes, really.
But I'll tell you, I'm having the time of my life. But it all goes back to leaning into that fear and doing it anyway. And the rewards have just been.
How many years did it take you?
60 years.
60 years. So you brought up something really important, which is for all of us to ask ourselves, where perhaps did something happen in the past that stopped us in our tracks and that we still have not picked up again? What do you have? And that's just for you to think about. Because as soon as you said it, I thought about that. You know, when I was 21, I got on a plane for the first time, flew to Denver to do a production of Brigadoon, and my first professional show. And I went horseback. Well, it was in Denver. So somebody asked me to go horseback riding, and I was a kid from Northeast Philadelphia. I'd never been on a horse, and I went horseback riding, and they gave me, I still remember, taffy. They gave me this horse that was really old, and I was like, I don't want an old horse. I want a young horse. I want a horse. And they was like, have you ever been on a horse? I was like, no, I've never been on a horse, but I want something. I want to ride. They was like, no. You need to start with taffy. So I got on Taffy, and Taffy clearly did not like me. I mean, obviously, because I called her old, and I just, so now I'm on this horse, and it's going, and the guy is in front of me, and the horse is going, and I'm like, and I'm complaining the whole time. I mean, I'm 21. I'm just like, can we go a little fast? And so we're just about done. And I had a friend with me too, who was a horse rider. So he had a really great horse, and he went ahead of us, and I was like, Jesus. And so we get back, we're just getting back to the stable, and out of nowhere, Taffy starts to go. She just goes. And I'm like, freaked the hell out of me. I mean, really freaked the hell out of me. She went past and the guy's like, oh, whoa, whoa. Didn't listen to him at all. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm probably pulling its hair out or something, because I don't know what to do really, because Taffy was supposed to be an old horse that just trolloped. It didn't, what is it? Trolloped. It was a trollop, that girl. No.
What do you mean trot?
Trot. So she was supposed to just like, pa-toom, 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 but she's like, boom. I think, listening to you talk today, I was like, she just was really pissed off enough at me to say, you want to run? I'll run. And she ran. I have only been on a horse a few times since, but every time I've gotten on a horse with trepidation. Every time.
And they know it.
Yeah.
And they know it, and they will mess with you.
Yeah.
You know, they really will. So again, it's just all about.
Remember that time I couldn't get on the horse? Every time I got up on the horse, it shook and I fell off.
Yeah.
Remember? And my two children were with us, and they're just laughing silly from the top of their horse that they got on in one jump.
They were 7.
Yeah, they were 7, and I'm like going up and off. It was like, yeah, this is a great story today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Reminded me of a lot.
It's the most fun I've ever had with my clothes on. Okay.
So you haven't ridden bareback?
No.
Okay, good.
Have no desire to do that. I think that would hurt.
Thank you for getting that. Yes. Okay, should we do our affirmation?
I think we definitely
That was
should.
awesome.
We beat that to death. Okay.
Can't beat it. What is that? Beat a dead horse? What is it?
Beat a dead horse?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. So, if you promise to do it with enthusiasm and vigor, I won't make you stand up. How's that? Deal? Okay. So, I'll say it once, and then we'll all say it together.
Did you and Tiffany talk about this beforehand?
We do plot.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I am the creator of fun in my life. Can you dig it? Yeah. All together. I am the creator of fun in my life. Excellent.
Stan Galperson. It's a mutiny. Last night in Palm Springs, Tiffany didn't make them get up to do it either. Yeah, it's just a mutiny. I get it, but you're all happy with it, right? Good. I'm going to make you stand later in my talk. Okay, so I am so grateful to Margaret Owens. We had something else planned for today. Instead of doing special music, I was going to do something else. And then when she called, I was just like, oh, great, you can sing. And I had never heard this song before of hers. I don't know how that's possible, but it is perfect. So enjoy the incredible Margaret Owens. I don't know how this
Gotta say, it's so nice to be here.
good?
Yes.
too high.
I can't. Oop, there.
There you go. Is that good?
Is this good? No,
Yeah.
maybe a little. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. It is so lovely to be here. And I had this thought that what's so lovely about coming back is that I get to watch so many faces go, as they recognize like who it is. It's like, oh, hi. Oh my gosh. And it just made me think, I think that's what it's going to be like when we cross over. We're going to be like, oh my God. It's going to be that awesome. No, but like that. It feels like good. And also, I just want to give a shout out to my husband and my dog if they're watching. Hi, Eric. Hi, Nugget. Okay, let's do it. Didn't turn out like you planned and you feel left behind. Note the tightening of your grip and the closing of your mind. I can only hope you'll dance regardless of the circumstance. The sand will shift, the tide will turn. Hold fast to who you are. Be happy anyway. Be happy anyway. The good and bad in life will come to pass, for they do not come to stay. Be happy anyway. Be happy anyway. Staring at the same old wall will surely drive you up it. You will not prevail telling the same tale, so just drop it. It's time to plant a hopeful seed and turn away from the choking need to stare at what's not wanted. There's a new picture out there. Be happy anyway. Be happy anyway. The good and bad in life will come to pass, for they do not come to stay. now I tell you, be happy anyway. Be happy anyway. The good and bad in life will come to pass, for they do not come to stay. Be happy anyway. Be happy anyway.
Margaret Owens. Oh my God. Ah. Wow. What is that one lyric about climbing up the wall? That's such a great lyric. What is that lyric, Margaret? Did you hear that? Staring at the same old wall will surely drive you up it. That is such a great lyric. Yeah, and even the other one, the good and bad, they sure will come to pass. They didn't come to stay. Love that. I mean, you have such amazing lyrics. So, be happy anyway. I want to talk about that concept. Be happy anyway. Now, the concept as written is that it's a choice to be happy, right? So be happy anyway, regardless of what's going on. Be happy anyway. So that would indicate that you're a choice to be happy, regardless to what's going on around you or within you, right? So I have a question. Is it possible to be happy no matter what is going on? Yes or no? Yes. Anybody say no? Okay, well, I think the answer is no. And yes. I think it's no and yes. I mean, the polarity of it, yes, no. Is it possible to be happy no matter what is going on? Some people will say no. They will say no. So we can say theoretically, yes, that's it has to be, but it's not what's happening. So let's get real. Is it happy? Is it possible to be happy no matter what's going on? For some people, that answer is no. No. If this is going on in the world right now, I can't be happy. It just makes me unhappy, right? And some people will say, you know what? I have choice, so I can choose to be happy regardless of what is going on. So the answer really is yes and no, depending on the individual, right? Now, our reactions come from our beliefs. We can react negatively or positively based on how we believe the world is and what we believe our part in this world is. So really, the answer to that question, can you be happy no matter what is going on, it depends on the type of belief system you embody. It depends on your already established premises of life, your AEPs. If you believe that you're in charge of your mind, then you know you can be happy no matter what's going on. If you think the world is more impactful than your mind, then you're kind of out of luck, right? So choice is a decision you make at any given moment. Every moment you are making choices. So it's your choice to be happy. It's your choice to be sad. But is it your choice to be experiencing what's going on in the world around you? Yes or no? Yes and no. It is your choice unless you've given that choice away years ago. Unless you've decided that you don't have a choice when this happens, or you don't have a choice when this person says this. You just want to smack them. Anybody? Yeah. So choice. Can I be happy anyway? Was I happy that my computer shut down and my files may have been lost forever? Was I happy? No, I wasn't happy. Did I choose to be happy anyway? Yes, I did. What are you, nuts? Of course I did. I am a religious scientist. I'm not going to sit in that muck. Of course I did. I decided to be happy anyway. At times. And then there were moments when I didn't, right? And you know what's funny? The moments when I really was annoyed, I got even more annoyed about the fact that I was annoyed because I'm a minister in religious science and I shouldn't be annoyed because I should be okay with this. And then you're just like, boom, and then you're just like your mother, your daughter. It's all crazy. So I let myself feel untethered. And 2 weeks ago came in here and gave a talk called Untethered. I felt what I felt and I learned from it. I really learned from that experience. Now, what you don't know is what ended up happening. So where are my slides? So I want to go here. Mark Twain. No wonder the truth is stronger than fiction. Fiction has to make sense. What do you think that means? As writers of fiction, writers of plays and musicals, we're constantly in script meetings about this doesn't make sense. This wouldn't happen. So this doesn't make sense. So we don't write it because it doesn't make sense. And the logical mind is going to sit there and go, no, that would not happen. Yet there are things that happen in life that make no sense and have no logic. And I'm going to give you one. So my computer was sent to Texas where it was probed and they tried to get the files off of it for me and called me a few days later to say that the files are not retrievable. And I said, okay. They said, we can reboot your computer, but you will lose all of your files. But there is another company in Nevada, California, that could possibly do this. And I said, all right, send it there. And they said, very expensive. I said, just send it there. So they sent it there. Took a day or two to get there. Then they called me and said, we think we can do it. It's going to cost somewhere between $900 and $4,500. And I said, what's the difference? I mean, what's the disparity? And they said, well, $900 means we found a file or two. $4,500 means we've recaptured all of your files. And I said, I feel like I should be hoping you find all my files, and yet I'm kind of hoping you find the two I need. And they said, well, if you're giving us permission, we will go ahead and see what we find, and then we'll tell you what the price is. I was, okay. So they call me with the really good news that they found all my files. And I was like, whatever, here's my credit card. Good. That's not the crazy part at all. I was over that right away. So then my computer comes back to me. And of course, I've got this backup drive now with all my files. And I have a computer that still has an exclamation point with a circle around it because they didn't reboot my computer. That company doesn't do that. The Texas company would have done that, which means take your computer back to Apple and they will reboot your computer. So I go to Apple. I walk into Apple in Sherman Oaks and it is a zoo. It is so crowded. And I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. And I couldn't get an appointment, so I thought I'd take my chances and go without an appointment. So I walked to this beautiful woman. This woman was standing in the back helping 3 people with their iPhones, and I just walked to something, how you get that sense? So something walked me to her, and I said, I'm here to just drop off my computer. She goes, do you have an appointment? I was like, no. And she went, what are you, crazy? I mean, literally. She didn't say, what are you, crazy? But she said something like, that's not a good idea. And she said, just wait a minute. And then she said, what are you trying to do? I said, well, I took my computer to the Grove, and they told me I had to ship it to Texas, and then it went to Nevada, and now it's back, but it's exactly the way it was, and I need to get it rebooted. So I just need to drop it off. And she said, how much did that cost you? And I said, you don't want to know. She goes, oh, I do know. I said, yeah, it was like $4,700. I said, that's not even counting the $300 it cost to send it. So it was around $5,000. She goes, okay. And she goes, just open your computer. And then she turned to me. She's helping somebody else with their iPhone. She was so short with everybody. She's like, just press it. And then she turns back to me, and I'm thinking, I'm sure I picked the right person. And I said something about my husband, and she said, my wife does that all the time. And I went, and we're home. So I opened my computer, and she just starts doing things. Well, she's talking to other people. She's doing things. She goes, what you don't know is that you were very lucky that you came to me because I'm actually someone that does this work in the back. I'm only out here to help a friend. I was like, oh, okay. She goes, let me just play with this. So I'm watching my computer like burp and do little things, and a little light shines up, and then the exclamation point goes away, and I'm like, what is going on? And then she does one last thing, and the computer comes back with all of my files. Why are you applauding? I already had my files. And I am now staring at this computer. No wonder the truth is stranger than fiction. And I said to her, wait, there's all my files. She said, oh. She said, that never happens. I said, but why would that happen? She said, I don't know. I said, really? I said, you're the technician. So sometimes it comes back with the files. She went, I've heard that it does, but I've never seen it. Usually the files are gone when you reboot a computer. And I was like, but they're all there. And I'm down there like opening them up and looking at my scripts. I was like, everything's still here. I'm now standing in the zoo called Apple, and people are just all around me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, this is just so bizarre. So I got my computer back. My computer's great. It got upgraded. And everything's fine with my computer. Let's move on to the lesson that I learned. I was trying to make sense out of the senseless. And I recognized in that moment that if I continued to try to make sense out of the senseless, I was on this downward spiral to nowhere, and I was never going to get an answer. And I started to ask myself the question, what did I do to create this experience of my computer that took me, was it maybe a week and a half? By the time I sent it, they said no. They said $4,500. It comes back. Apple turns it on, and frankly, nothing needed to have been done. I just apparently needed to be like, where's Waldo, and mail myself around the world. If you all remember that, where that little kids project they do where they mail it all over the world. Yeah, that's how I felt. So, Pablo Picasso. The world today doesn't make sense, so why should I paint pictures that do? Making sense out of things sometimes loses the truth of that thing. Working so hard to make sense out of everything very often loses the very truth that is at the heart of the thing you're trying to make sense of, because you are ignoring the only thing that can make sense out of all of it, and that is you, your heart, your soul, your intuition, your knowing, your personal relationship with whatever that thing is. When we go outside of ourselves and try to make sense with all the facts, all of the figures, this teaching, we try to make sense with all of the science, we're missing the point. It's not a bad thing to make sense. Don't get me wrong. I want to make sense out of things, but when something doesn't make sense, that should not be an invitation to go crazy. And that's what we do. I think we make ourselves crazy. So I gave an acronym for fun a couple weeks ago, Forever Understanding Nothing. And I've gotten a lot of feedback about that, about this idea. What does it mean to forever understand nothing? Is it really okay to never understand anything? That's not what I meant. What I meant was to forever understand nothing means even when I understand something, understand that it might be something else as well. Or it might be something else altogether, no matter what. And putting myself in that position. And so I drove home from Apple. I got home. I told Kevin right away, and I loved his expression. He just looked at me. I could tell he had a similar reaction that I might have had at the beginning. And he just went, well, good. He's like, all the files are back. That's all we need to know. And that was the truth. All the files are back. That's all I need to know. But here's what I really need to know. What Reverend Rita Andriello said to me when it all began. She said, just remember, nothing is ever lost. And you know, to someone who had just lost all of their files of the last 5 years, I wanted to slap her. I really did. I said, I understand the science of mind concept of nothing is ever lost, but at this moment, my files are lost. And she said, well, you can live in your files are lost. I'm going to live in your files are never lost. So, of course, I called her right away and said, my files are all right back on my computer. She said, well, it's exactly where I expected them to be. Yeah. So here's the title of my talk. You again? Let me explain what this is about. When my computer opened up and all my files were there, I literally had this feeling. I was like, you again? Oh my God, this is exactly what I had before all this bull crap happened. So I had this feeling of like, do I even want to pick up this computer? Because I really enjoyed untethering myself from it. But you're back exactly the way you were. Nothing's changed. It's like, you again? Now, how many times in our lives does something show up in our life exactly the way it showed up last time when you're like, oh no, not this again, not you again, not this thing again, not this experience again, not this person again, with a different look, but same person again. So I had this idea as I was standing there when the computer came on. I had this you again feeling. I was like, you know, James, you can have life exactly the way it was when the computer was doing fine before it broke down, or you can have learned something from all of this. You just had your beautiful untethered feeling in that moment. So are you just expecting to pick this computer up and get all freaking tethered again to it and have it rule your life again and have it be so important? I said, well, first of all, I have a backup now, so I'm not going to care or worry about where and the backup is being put on the computer, so I'm not going to worry about that again. But am I going to continue to suddenly get tethered back again? Am I going to just do the same old again because it's corrected itself and here it is again? So the answer is no. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. So, how often do you face the same part of yourself over and over and over again during your lifetime? How often do you face the same characteristic of yourself, the same aspect of yourself, the same reactions over and over again? How many times does something happen and you go back to your default setting, which you know isn't logical and doesn't make spiritual sense, but you do it anyway? I love this. A collection of prejudices. I looked up prejudice, a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or even actual experience. You have prejudices, you have beliefs, you have thoughts that you have, well, Stan just brought one so beautifully to cite for us. The idea of, at 7, did you say you were? 7 years old, creating a prejudice against horses. They're mean, they're angry, they're going to kill me, right? He has a whole different feeling of it now, but carried that his whole life. How many do we have? What prejudices are we still living with? What prejudices are we still working with? What is stopping us, perhaps in our lives, from the things that we want to do, we want to be? That's where this whole concept comes. You again? We have to start noticing them. We have to start being willing to call them out and say, no, this is not who I am. This is not who I want to be. And conversely, I think what's really important for me is that conversely, there are things about myself that I think could be corrected. Don't laugh. That Kevin thinks should be corrected. I can't tell you how many times procrastination has served me well. Right, Eric? Yes, we are brothers on that. No, but there are certain aspects of me that sometimes maybe I wish I would say to myself, that's not the perfect me. That's not who I should be in this moment. We've had an ongoing issue at this center with our banking issue when we were scammed. It has taken, what are we up to, Doug? 58 emails? I think it said 58 on the last thing. 58 emails and maybe 20 phone calls. Maybe I'm into the 60s now after those last 2 that I sent. And I don't lose my patience often. I really don't. I take pride in being very calm and being patient and being compassionate and caring and loving to people. I really take great pride in that. But the other day, sitting in my office on the 20th call to Stripe and the 58th email that had gone back, when someone tried to explain to me again what was going on, I lost my mind. I did. I just lost my mind. And poor Kevin is sitting in the living room having a business meeting. But from 2 doors down, I'm like, I don't care! And I am losing my mind. And it's so not me. And I got off the phone, and I was like, I said, okay, James, take a deep breath. Get your 90, get that 40 hertz out, put it in your head. I did. I put the music on, I started breathing, and then I just turned the music off, and I went, no! I am pissed off. And I thought to myself, I live with a man who believes that sometimes you just have to get angry and tell somebody what you need to tell them. And I'm always trying to get him to stop that. I'm like, it always sounds so angry when you yell at people. Yet, I don't think he's ever yelled at anyone the way I had just yelled at people. And I thought to myself, I'm about to give a talk and talk about this whole idea of the things that have stopped us that we need to be. But we're also stopping ourselves because we think we have to be something different than we actually are. Is it not spiritual to tell someone that they really are doing it wrong? Did Jesus suddenly not become spiritual when he turned over the tables at the market? It's the most I ever talk about Jesus, but but it's true. I loved playing that part. When I played Jesus, the 3 times I played him, I loved the scene where I got to throw all the tables and yell at people and sing at the top of my lungs because they were not acting with integrity. So this was a big lesson for me this week because I had to start saying to myself, you need to start embracing all aspects of yourself because it's choice. Back to Margaret's song. Be happy anyway, or be upset if you need to be upset. Don't push it back. Don't think that there's some paradigm that you have to be. Be who you are, but with integrity. So, this whole idea of you again, I felt like the world had tricked me. I felt that Texas tricked me, and then I felt that California, Nevada tricked me. Then I thought the first guy that looked at my computer tricked me. He didn't know what he was doing. I had all of these. The computer tricked me. This guy tricked me. The universe tricked me. And then I went to, wait, I tricked me because I bought into all of it. I bought into the drama. I bought into the stress. I bought into the, oh my God, my files may be gone forever. I bought into the, now what? And then I corrected because I corrected with the untethered understanding. But then I went back once the computer came back and I was like, oh my God, the world tricked me. How often have I felt as if I've been tricked in life? And I have that question to you. How often have you felt you've been tricked, you've been betrayed, you have been treated badly, you have been whatever, add whatever you want to add? How often has that happened? Every time that happens, it's you again. Because we're buying into a belief that we can be tricked, or that we can be taken advantage of, or that we can be victims. Goes back to Margaret's song. Be happy anyway. Be conscious anyway. Be personally, responsibly conscious anyway. So that whatever is going on, no matter what, you are consciously on top of your game. So how about you can't be tricked, and there is no logical answer here, and even more so, you don't need a logical answer. Be happy anyway. Without the logic, without the logical answer, be happy anyway. That's the choice. That is the amazing choice. So, I have this quote for you from Ernest Holmes. We all look forward to the day when science and religion shall walk hand in hand through the visible to the invisible. Because this is where this whole thing brought me. We all look forward to the day when science and religion shall walk hand in hand through the visible to the invisible. Do we? Do we all look forward to the day when science and religion will walk hand in hand from the Newtonian world of the visible to the quantum field of the invisible? Do we? That's really where I got to with this quote. Do we need science to prove what we intuitively know? Science can't tell you why my files showed up, but they did. Science will never talk to you about God, but God is as real as I am standing here because I am God, and so are you. So do we really need all of that? I mean, I think it's important what Stephen Hawking has to say. Look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Be curious. I got a beautiful, brilliant paper from Brad Kiefer this week where he talked about running on the field and tripping and falling and then hiring someone to help him with that. And basically what I got from your paper was that his teacher helped him to realize he was looking too much down at his feet, so that by the time whatever he would stumble over showed up, it was too late because he's right there, as opposed to look out, see it all, have a perspective so that you see what's coming and constantly be moving forward, lest you think your paper did not impact me. So I'm very curious how my computer adventure came to be, but I'm not going to find it by staring at my computer. The only way I'm going to know what that was all about is to look up, and to really look up at the stars and look within to myself and find out. We spend a lot of time here talking about quantum, talking about science, talking about the observer effect, and all of those different theories and all of those different theorems that we learn in all of the newness of what science is bringing us. But at the end of the day, what we teach here, what we feel here, what we know here, is not scientifically proven. And I can't say this is science, even though it's called religious science. You know, the first page, the very first thing Ernest Holmes wrote in that book called Religious Science, The Science of Mind, was we look forward to a day when science can prove this. Well, science is telling us a lot more and giving us way more support on what we believe. But if we spend all of our time making science prove what we intuitively know and not let what we intuitively know drive us, we've missed the point. And so, I guess Waldo had to be shipped all over the country for me to come back to an understanding of quantum and get back to religious science and get back to spirituality and get back to what's in my heart. I still want to know what's in my brain. I want to know what science has to say. But more importantly, I want to know what that thing inside of me has to say. And I'm going to hear that from you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I invite you all to take a deep breath. Aren't you glad I got it back, though, and it's all back, it's all fine? See? Who was dying just waiting to hear what happened? None of you. Great, glad I told you. Thank you, Anthony. Yes. Okay, let me get my mic here. So I invite you to take out your contribution. About the finances of this church. We honestly can't tell you how well the church is doing right now because of all of the mayhem that has happened with our bank account. We have closed our bank account. We are opening a new bank account with Stripe because they're still sitting on a huge amount of money until that all gets resolved. So our poor treasurer, Doug Draper, trying to make sense out of the financials. What we can tell you is we get to look at what's in the bank and we know that we're fine. But I want to say this. It really is time for all of us to really ask ourselves, what do we get out of being part of the Global Truth Center? And are we contributing equal to what we get at this center? I think that's an important question to ask. And You know, a woman sent me a very beautiful email this week from, I can't even remember where it was from, somewhere in the United States, but not in California. And she sent us a very sizable check just telling me how much she gets out of tuning in every Sunday morning. She actually doesn't watch it during the week. But she just said, I have been around and I have looked at churches, and there are churches in my area. She said, but what you all bring, and she mentioned all of the ministers here, what you all bring on a Sunday morning, I can't find anywhere else. She said, I hope you know how special you are. And that always feels great to me. It really does feel great to me when I hear that. But I want us all to know how special we all are. And, you know, as we move into renovating this place again and creating a new version and a new name that we're still working on, you know, it's important to ask that question. Are you contributing based on what you're getting? And ask yourself that. So, I invite you to take a deep breath. Stan, if you would give us our treatment.
So I just settle back and sink in and just come from that place of complete gratitude, complete knowing. I'm so grateful for this place, for this community, for this teacher, for this teaching that brings me so much peace and so much joy and so much fun that I just lean into it and I get back on that horse and I ride forth, knowing that all is well, that my life and all of our lives are unfolding absolutely perfect. And I am so grateful for the generous contributions of us all that sustain us, that carry us forth, and make sure this message carries forth and heals and blesses. And so I stand in my power and I declare my word as law, knowing it is done, it is complete, and I affirm it by saying, and so it is.
Thank you, Stan.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Ooh, I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. Yes, I am. I am so blessed.
Carol Hatchett.
Good morning. It's Sunday, July 27th, and here are your GTC announcements. Join us next Sunday, August 3rd, for 2 very special workshops taking place live here in Westlake Village. Dr. Rita is offering her workshop, The Power of the Red Dress. That event is for ladies only and takes place at 1 p.m. Also at 1 p.m., Dr. Patrick will be conducting his workshop, Treehouse of Discovery. That workshop is for men. You can sign up for these workshops now on our calendar page or in the foyer after service today. You can always find out what's going on and make a donation using the QR code you'll find on the back of our monthly theme cards. Use the camera on your smartphone and you'll go right to the calendar and donation pages on our website. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Thank you, Thor. I just want to reiterate, Reverend Rita and Patrick will be here next Sunday. Rita is going to be singing as well, a song from the Broadway show, The Notebook. So that'll be exciting.
We're doing it.
So I'm going to, yeah. So I got it handled. I just want to say this about Rita's book. Rita's book is very daring and very, how many of you have read her book? Okay, so those of you who have not, women especially, you should read it. She's very daring in the fact that she exposed her entire life. All of her own coming of age and sexuality is explored in this book. And it's a topic that, people don't talk about a lot in spiritual centers, and a woman's sexuality and what it means to be a sexual being. And that's what her workshop is all about. So the power of the red dress, the power of a woman's autonomy. So if you have been thinking about whether you're going to take this or not, please join her next Sunday. And Patrick has a way of really diving into men's souls. He did it in NoHo for years, and he's really a spectacular facilitator for this. Kevin and I are taking this workshop next Sunday, so join us and be a part of this very rare moment for the men of the center to come together and actually open up. So there you go. Come on in, kids. Next. What is that? Oh my God, I love that. That is so cute. Oh, there you go, sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning. So Lexi designed our lesson this morning, and it was based on the short animated film, Joy and Heron. And so we watched the little film. It was 4 minutes long. It was really beautiful, really cute. And then we talked about what it was exploring and the different lessons. It was on kindness and joy and generosity, but also on a shift of perspective and how powerful that is and how we hold that power within us. We can't control what's going on out here, but we can control what's going on in here.
Oh my God, that's exactly what we were talking about up here. Yes.
Wait, we don't plan this.
No,
we're like
not at all.
dolphins. And then we did an art project. They could do whatever they wanted.
Guys, can I see your
And so they did characters, and they can talk about what they learned today. But really, they have this power within them, which is their most powerful thing, is to listen to inside and make a choice on how we respond, how we react, how we treat people. And that is our greatest superpower. I'm going to give Lexi a chance to talk about this a little bit and why she chose this particular short film.
Yeah, tell us, Lex.
Yes, you do.
Tell us. Tell us. You're so vocal when you're not up here. Right, Tiff? So tell us, why'd you pick that short film movie?
It has a good message.
Which is?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Tell the mic.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
That's
Right.
good. Do you think people do that sometimes?
Yeah,
Do you ever find yourself judging someone without knowing them and then finding out you were wrong?
probably.
Yeah. Anybody else? Who else does that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good one. That's great. I'm glad you brought that up. That's terrific. Okay, what do you guys have to show us? What is that?
I drew the dog in the film.
Is that from the film?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the dog in the film.
Yeah.
So why does your dog look like that and his looks like a robot? Doesn't it look like a robot, doesn't it? Is it a robot dog?
No.
Oh,
We just had different ideas.
Perspective.
different perspective. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, good. Excellent.
So we had a good time.
Excellent. Great. Give it up for the kids. Wait, hold on. One more thing. And cut off.
Lexi needs to show what her picture is.
Oh.
And her inspiration.
Oh, wow, yeah, I didn't do you. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a change of perspective.
Let me hold it up.
It's a change of perspective. This is the emo side, and then this is the... What would you call the two sides?
Like before you know somebody, and then after.
Before you know something is the darker side?
Yeah.
And then when you know it, it's like, oh my God, I could have had a V8.
When you're just responding emotionally and being reactive before you really understand what's going on and the reasons why it's going on.
Wow, maybe you're going to be a minister someday.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You can take over from your mother when she retires. Perfect. Okay, good to see you. Okay. Okay. So we have a little special moment here. Ladies, would you please come up, whoever's doing this? Marilyn Murphy. You know, every month, is it every month, every other month, every quarter, we have a Wonder Woman. And there are all the Audrey, who is up? Cynthia? I can't see great. Diane.
Cynthia, Diane.
Joe. Jordan. Lisa, Nancy, Glenda, and Anne. Yes. So who is joining the ranks of those Wonder Women today? Drum roll, please.
Thank you. There are so many very deserving women, but this one, she's very, very special. Pauline Pancake.
Go ahead, Robbie. Wait, hold on. I lost my microphone. Oh, I gave it to you. Okay, here we go. Ready? I hope I remember this. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you. If you're
young at heart.
That's it.
You can hum. If you're young at heart.
Line. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. I got it. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or, Mike, it's on the way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be
young at heart?
What? For as rich as you are, you're much richer by far when you're
young at heart.
I've got this. And if you will survive, and you will, to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part. You, Pauline, have a head start, 'cause you are among the very young at heart. Pauline Pancake. And can I just say, you're not getting out of here that fast. So I just want to say, when I first came here, that first Sunday I came here to give a talk, when Linda Rojo called me and said, would you come speak? Because you guys needed a speaker. I came in, and there were some kids that came in that day out of nowhere, and there was no one running the kids program, and Pauline just jumped up out of her chair. She goes, I got this. She ran downstairs and did a whole kids program that day for these two children that showed up. And I thought to myself, wow, this is a powerhouse. So much so, she scared me. She really scared me. Because she said to me, she said, what are we doing with the kids? I was like, I don't know, I'm a guest speaker. And she gave me this look like, ugh, and walked away. And, right, you remember that look? Yeah, it was like, God, he's useless. I hope he can speak. And then she became one of the most powerful, strongest, supportive people in this center, and one of the reasons why this center has stayed afloat and stays healthy the way it is. So give it up for Pauline Pancake. Love you. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath. Come on up, folks. Consciousness on Demand today. Is it? Oh, I was about to say it's the married couple on the corner. It's not. You two are not married. Kevin, and where are you going to be, Karen?
I'm going to be in the meditation.
Karen will be in the meditation room. Oh, and you're taking the lovely living room?
Yeah, I would like that.
Oh, no, we have a board meeting. You're downstairs in my room, right? So we have a board meeting today after service. Anyone that wants to join us, there's a fun time. It's a month of fun, so you don't have to come to the board meeting today. Although we do have a lot of fun at the board meeting. You're all welcome, just so you know. So downstairs in my counseling room, and Karen will be in the meditation room. Okay, everybody stand. So this song, this is the last time you're going to hear it this month, because this is the end of the month. The song isn't called You've Got the Whole World in Your Hands. It's called He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. And it was written because people wanted everybody to feel good that God had the world in its hands and God took care of everything. But you are God, so you have got the whole world in your hands. So what are you going to do with it? Here we go. You've got the whole world in your hands. 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 You got a whole lot of fun in your hands. You've got a whole lot of fun in your hands. You've got a whole lot of fun. In your hands, you got the whole world in your hands. Okay, now, you got you and me, brother. In your hands, you got you and me, sister. In your hands, you got you and me, everyone. In your hands, you got the whole world in your hands. Love, you got a whole lot of love. In your hands, you got a whole lot of love. In your hands, you got a whole lot of love. In your hands, you got the whole world in your hands. Here we go. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world. Okay, let it go. Let it go. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole in your hands. You got the whole world 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 in your hands. Have a great Sunday, everybody.